Okay, so we know our data is coming through. Let's set up the ability to actually update the user's name and also sending across that validation, setting it up so that we can actually report our errors on this. We'll do a couple little things. One thing that's kind of irritating me right now that I want to take care of, user account settings, is we have no horizontal rule up here just to break things up and give us some margin and whatnot. So now, under update name, when it's sent off, there's a couple things we want to do. We want to do this dot flash success and reload, and that's basically just going to be successfully updated name. Successfully updated. Okay, that works. Success message, great. Now we want to catch our errors in here. So errors, if errors dot response dot status equals 403, then all we have to do is say this dot errors. Have we set up our errors yet? No, we haven't set up our errors, so we'll set up our errors here shortly. But as you've seen from previous components, we just go this dot errors dot push. All right, you are not authorized to change the name. You are not authorized to, yeah. Perfect. Okay, that works. I'll keep periods out of there because it's a bulleted list, so it doesn't really need it. If errors dot response dot status equals 422, now we know we're going to have a little bucket of errors that we can actually go through. So, we'll go object dot keys, and it needs to be errors dot response dot data dot errors, and because that's being returned to us as an array, we want to return the key, and we want to do some stuff with it. So in this case, we want to take errors dot response dot data dot errors, specify the key now of the errors, and we want to loop through that array of errors, which is just a simple list of string value errors. So I'll go error, and then we'll say this dot errors dot push is going to equal error. Okay, good. Now let's add our errors up here. So dot alert dash warning, and then role is going to equal alert. And here we need to say v dash, not v model, sorry, v4, nope, sorry, v if equals errors dot length is greater than 0. Perfect. So we'll create a simple list in here that we can then add values to. So we'll use our v4 block and or directive, and we'll say for error in errors, we want to display the error of that particular action. Okay, that should be done. Now up here, let's just make sure that we go this dot errors equals this dot errors equals just an empty array in this case. Okay. So we should be good on that now to show those errors. So let's create some errors and see what happens here. I'm going to refresh since all that work was done on there. Oh, can't read property length of undefined because we have not placed errors in here yet. And there you have it. No more issues. Okay. Let's do this. The name field is required. Okay, good. The name must be at least 3 characters. update. Okay. Let's make sure that update actually takes, because that was the value that was there beforehand. So let's go back to our name updates controller, and we're just going to say user-update, and we'll say request validated, because the only thing that we're bringing through here again is just the email. So that works there. So response, JSON, we'll just return the user here. I mean, it's going to return 200 and reload everything anyways, but we don't know exactly how we might use this in the future. So this is data that we might expect to come back. Roll. Okay, so let's update this. Update 1, successfully updated name. I refresh. We can see everything works as it should on here. I'm going to put that back to what it was. All right. So that works now. Everything's functioning. And the last thing that we'll put in here is basically the send. We'll do the send reset link here as well, because we've already created the route to send the reset link for this particular user. So let's go ahead and do that now. And we're going to say account settings here. So what do we have up here under send reset link? Okay, at send reset link. Okay, good. Now, let's see here. Okay, now we know we've done this once already from our users component under change user's password. So simply put, I mean, we can just use this one again, right? So we'll copy that, paste that here, and oh, okay, Control Z, paste that there. Okay, we'll go to the end of the line. This response, I'm going to say, we're just going to flash success and reload. Actually, we don't need to reload because it's not like any data has actually been updated or changed. So we'll just say here, once we receive it, successfully sent reset link to your email. All right, please follow the instructions from there to reset your password. Okay. Except, you know, I don't want something like that displaying for just 5 seconds. Maybe what we can do is we can just say success message equals this. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Now when they take some other kind of an action up there, or they reload the page, then that's going to set the this.success message to null, or provide it the new value and then time it out and then set it up for null. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. I'm going to go ahead like this. See if anything does up. Okay, let's add, just like we did on the other ones, I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to add style, and we're going to say cursor equals pointer. Reset this. Great. Send reset link. Good. Successfully sent reset link to your email. Please follow the instructions from there to reset your password. Let's verify that that actually happened 7 seconds ago. Reset, and then basically all the pre-built scaffolding and Laravel functionality takes over from there. Last thing I want to do here under admin is just capitalize the first character. This is kind of an adder, so where would I do something like that? Well, I would like to manipulate the string prototype for role to do something like UC first. If you're familiar with PHP, which of course we're using right now, you know that UC first capitalizes the first letter of any sentence. So we'll do that here. So we need to go to the bootstrap.js file under resources.js, and in here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to string dot. I'm going to modify the prototype here, and we'll say UC first equals function, and we want to return this dot char at 0 dot to uppercase plus this dot slice from the first index. So not from the first character, but from the second character. We're going to append the rest of that string onto itself. So let's see how that works for us over here in our user account settings. You can see that compiled successfully without issue. Let's go back out. Let's see based on what comes through. There you go. So admin in here. So that pretty much ties off the crux of this course. I'll probably add videos to this course, little things that we can add on to this that are kind of convenience of life, or user interactivity, better user experience kind of things to this. But otherwise, this is fully functioning, as you can see, and it's a system you can implement just like I do for your actual clients. If you have clients, or for the company that you might work for as you're building out stuff for them, or for your own personal projects. So very, very easy to plug into this and use over and over and over again. And that ties off this part of the course.